I
What?
started.
I don't want to do this.
No, you have to intro it. Go.
I don't know what to say.
Just,
Have we
you know,
started?
yeah, we started. This is going to be included in it, so you should make it less awkward by introing now.
All right. Hello, I'm Callie Rosenzweig, and welcome to another episode of. I really just don't know the name of this podcast.
What the heck is wrong? It's Fools Are Us. Oh my god. You're actually...
Okay. Well, I know it was something RS, but I wasn't sure if it
The
was.
fool is you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's actually
welcome
all
to
of us.
this to this episode of Fools Are Us. Today we will be having a guest speaker, Callie Rosenzweig, here to discuss the top 10 Survivor seasons. The three of us will be making a combined list of what we think the top 10 seasons are.
How
So
very
stay
exciting.
tuned.
Oh yeah. So yes, we've all made our own personal list of what we think the top 10 Survivor seasons are, and we're going to, by the end of this, have a collective list of what we all agree upon as the top 10. So we're all going to be arguing for the seasons that we ranked, and we'll also have some honorable mentions, of course. But yeah. Anything else to add before we just start?
And at the end of this podcast,
What is happening?
sorry, I'm looking at a really weird picture of Tyson.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. Oh, before we got into it, we were just discussing, before we started recording, how hard it was to make our lists. I know that Katie, I think you're still wanting to perhaps make changes to it, although we prevented her from doing such. But how are you guys able to make your lists? Because for me personally, like, I did not have a good method of doing it.
Well, my method was think through all the seasons in my head, starting at season 1, and then I would just write down, type on a computer, not actually write it. But I would keep track of all the ones that I thought might make the list, and then I ended up with 15 or 20, and then I just narrowed it down. It was hard to pick the last two, though.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I feel pretty happy with my list, though.
Okay.
So.
Wait, so wait. You recalled all of them by memory? What?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, I know all of them pretty well. Although to be clear, I have not watched seasons. I haven't watched any of the seasons between 4 and 11, except for All Stars and part of Pearl Islands.
Yeah,
none of those were included.
Okay.
Most of us have not watched the earlier seasons.
Yeah.
Just to.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'm definitely a fan of the later seasons myself. After watching the later seasons, it's hard to go back and watch the first seasons without the HD.
A while ago I tried watching season 1 and I got part of the way through, but yeah, it just got very, very boring after a while. And it's not to say that it wouldn't have been boring back then, it's just the strategy is so lacking compared to what it is in current Survivor.
Agreed.
Katie, how did you do it?
So I went onto my trusty website that is Wikipedia.
Hey,
and
save.
I looked up all Survivor seasons, and so I was like, wow, 40 seasons of Survivor, how do I choose? And so then I wrote all the ones that I thought could make the list, and then I had 17. Because there were some clear ones that I did not enjoy and did not think were on the list.
Ooh.
So it was pretty easy for that. But then it took me maybe 40 minutes to do my list.
40 minutes? What the?
Dang. You spent a lot of time on your list.
More thought into this than I did, man.
I spent
well, I did
10,
this
15.
during my class.
Ah, of course. Nice. For those of you at home, do not work on Survivor ranked lists while in class. Yeah, we do not encourage that behavior. For me, I also went onto Wikipedia and I just looked up a list of all the seasons. Also because I don't remember a lot of the seasons that I've watched, since my memory is so trash. So I had to relook at who the winners of a lot of the seasons were so I could remember which ones were which. And then I actually ranked all of them out of 10 just on a gut instinct ranking. And then I basically took the highest ones, and then I did a little bit of reworking. So the ones that initially were ranked highest out of 10 are not quite my highest, although they're still roughly in that order. And then I just got my 10 from that. So yeah. Well. Are we ready to start?
Yeah.
I am always ready to start a Survivor discussion.
Booyah. Okay, so I think we were saying that we were going to go, like, we all say our 10s and then 9s and then 8s, etc.
Should we start with honorable mentions?
Up to you guys. Do you want to do honorable mentions first or last?
I don't know. I feel like they have to go last.
Okay.
Not sure why.
Oh, don't come in, Xander. Xander? No.
Hi, Xander.
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast.
Wait. Hold on. If Xander's talking to you, then who is playing piano right now?
I don't know. Dito? Mormo? One of them, not Xander.
There's no way it's Tito. Tito's not that good. It must be
Mormo. Oh, yeah, for those of you that don't know, Callie is currently in the other room quarantining because she got home a few days ago from college. So we hear someone playing the piano right now, and I guess she thought it was Xander. I didn't even realize that the piano was being played. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay.
This is so funny.
Yeah. How about honorable mentions last, then?
No, we should do honorable mentions before our, top.
This is our first argument. I vote last.
No, in Watch, have you seen those, Watch Mojo videos?
No.
They rank,
I have not.
top Gossip Girl, OMG moments or something like that. And they always put the honorable mentions before, their top pick.
So, after number 2, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I like that. Good compromise.
Thank you.
Okay. Who wants to go first with their number 10? Katie?
Just silent.
Katie?
I do not want to go
Fine.
first.
Callie?
I mean, sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
I feel like we should just stick with the same order every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go Callie, Katie, me.
No, I want to go last.
Fine. I'll go after Callie.
Alright, well, here is Callie's number 10. And Katie, this is pretty funny because you were just talking trash about it right before we started. But my number 10 Island, season 36.
Wait, I missed it. I missed it. What was it?
It was Ghost Island.
Oh, how interesting. I also put Ghost Island at number 10.
It's really funny. Wait, so how much should we say about, why we put it there?
I mean, just, give, a brief idea of, why
But
you think it's so good.
Big spoilers.
Oh, no big spoilers.
Wait, no. We have to give... we have to give spoilers. We can't not reveal what happens.
But if you're currently watching Survivor, click off this video. Spoiler alert.
Well, no, you don't have to. Just skip the videos that you, don't know about. But, you should still listen to our podcast because we want you to listen.
Okay.
Why do you like Ghost Island?
Here's why I picked Ghost Island. So, for me, number 10 was, definitely the hardest spot to choose because I feel like the first 9 were pretty clear to me. But, I ended up choosing this one because I really liked some of the leading characters, like Dominic and Chris and Wendell were all very funny. Also, the tie was pretty cool Survivor moment. And also Wendell's confession against Chris.
Yes.
That is literally, the funniest moment in Survivor history. I find that so funny, so I had to include it on my list. Oh, and, the reason it didn't go higher was just because I liked the idea of, the Ghost Island theme. I didn't think they did a very good job, though. It was kind of random and inconsistent. But it was fun to, revisit some moments from Survivor history, so That was nice.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, similar to what you said, like, I really liked even, okay, Donna, what's his name? Donna Finn, right?
Yeah, Donathan.
Donathan, oh my god.
Ew!
Okay, I'm sorry. Donathan, he was like the villain of the story in my eyes because he was just causing so much mayhem. Although I still like I don't like dislike him as a person. But I really liked basically all the other characters, especially Wendell, Dominic. Chris was hilarious. Lauren was also awesome. And yeah, the tie vote in the final
Very
council.
popular.
What? Hmm?
Her name is Laurel.
Oh, I don't even know her name. Oh my god. Laurel. Sorry, Laurel. Anyway, Laurel was cool. As were some of the other characters. And yeah, I really liked the final ending vote. I also agree that I don't think they pulled the theme off in an amazing way, but it was cool to revisit. I really just liked it for the people that were in it and the crazy ending. Even if they were sort of just running it the whole time. I thought it was quite cool.
Okay, well, I did not put Ghost Island on my list.
Whatever.
Partially because I've only watched half of it, and partially because I don't like it. Well, I don't like it because I agree with Quincy and Callie. I don't think they executed the Ghost Island part very well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I hate it. Okay, my top pick, I think this was the hardest one. Where's my list? Okay, there it is. My number 10 is Blood versus Water, the first one, which is
that the one
season 27.
that Tyson won that, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like I could have put this higher, but in my mind, I feel like my other top picks, I feel like all the cast, each cast are very solid, but I feel like it was like a hit or miss, because you have great characters, like Tyson, Laura's daughter, Sierra, I guess Rupert and Candace, but not really.
Wow.
And like Kat and her boyfriend. But like I feel like there were some just drab characters. Like Colton and
Colton Drab. I mean,
I
he's
wouldn't
bad
call
for
him
other
drab.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. Colton isn't drab, but I just didn't like Colton, obviously. And it just felt like I needed to put it on here because I think that idea was like one of the best ideas Survivor has brought on. Like family members battling against each other, which like usually when you have a family member on Survivor, it's for a family visit and it's a good thing. But like they reverse it and you're like playing against them, which I love that concept. So I had to put it on here. But I just I don't know, it's meh. But I love the winner, Tyson Apostle, my number one boyfriend. Actually, that's Jonathan.
Yeah, don't say that. Okay.
Anyway, that's my
boyfriend, because she has many boyfriends.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
of
many
course.
Survivor crushes. Yeah, that's my top 10.
Okay. Very cool. Sorry, what was the name of the season? I know it's called Blood versus Water, but what was the place? Because I didn't write down.
I don't know. I think they just call it Blood versus Water.
Yeah, they just call it Blood versus Water.
Really?
But I will search it. Yeah, it's just called Blood versus Water. But
I mean, think of it. A lot of the season, a lot of the early seasons are named for the location, but then, all the ones in the 30s have
you're
specific
right.
names.
But this was in the Philippines.
Okay. Blood versus Water did not actually make my list, but it was very close to making it.
Yeah, Blood versus Water didn't make my list either, but now that you describe it, I feel like I might.
Yeah, it was a good season.
Have to change that. I kind of forgot about Sierra.
Bro, what the?
I don't like Sierra.
Okay, Ghost Island better frickin' make it on the list. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, okay, number 9, Calco.
Okay, my number 9, traveling all the way back to season 13, is Cook Islands.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the inauguration of Ozzy, my fave. And yeah, I mean, I thought that the cast on this one was really good. Ozzy, Yule, Penner, Parvati. It's like the birth of a lot of the Survivor greats. Um, I
And then
mean, the
that,
race thing was like kind of a questionable decision, but I did think it improved the season, so like I'm not gonna complain about it. Um, and then yeah, I don't know. There was some good strategy, and it was really fun to like have that group of four as the underdogs to root for. I thought that was really fun. Oh, and this was the first season with a final three, so that was a good choice on the producer's part.
very cool. I wait, before we move on, I thought that Cook Islands was one of your favorite seasons.
I mean, it is, but I have like a lot of favorite
Okay, fine,
seasons.
fine,
I don't
whatever.
know. I mean, I really just like it because of some of the players that were born, but like actually watching it again, well, yeah, I really like Aussie, but like after I just watched it recently, and after
Uh,
watching it again, I mean, I don't know, I just like the recent seasons more. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair. My number 9 is Millennials versus Gen X. For those of you that don't know, I sort of consider myself the very similar to Adam. So of course I was rooting for Adam throughout like the whole season, and then he gets to win. So obviously that's gonna boost it in my eyes a little bit. Plus you've got some awesome characters like Zeke, like David, like Jay, like the person that I'm forgetting, Michaela. Will, the 18-year-old who was like trying to prove himself throughout the whole thing. There's other people that I'm just not remembering, but I don't know. I just thought that there were so many great. Oh, Brett and Chris. Oh my God, freaking Sunday. See the fact that I can name all these people, it just shows like at least for me how memorable the season was. You had the whole fake idol thing with David. I mean, David's also just like one of the favorite Survivor players ever. So yeah, I think it was just a great season overall, and I rank it so high mostly not because of the strategy. Oh wait, no, but there was actually a lot of strategy in the season as well. If I recall correctly, but mostly just based on there were so many people that I really liked in that season. I feel like it was a season of all stars.
Well, my top 9 is also Millennials versus Gen X.
Yeah.
I know, so quirky. Oh my god, I hear an echo. Echo.
yeah, you do too. Poyang, do you hear that?
Well, it's from me, so I do not hear the wait.
Hello, Damon.
Hello. Hopefully, there's not an echoes now.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's go.
Okay. Is it continuing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So my number 9 is Millennials.
Millennial.
Millennials versus Gen X. Like Quincy, that cast is so stacked. Like usually
So good.
most like a lot of the cast, like they're memorable people, but some of them are just like very drab, and I'm like, who are you? But all of them, I like remember their personalities, and like we got David. I love David. Quirky man. We got Brett. I love Brett for some reason. Jay, Adam. What the heck is her name? Was the brown hair girl? I cannot remember.
Not sure.
Hannah. Hannah. You
Oh
got
yeah,
Hannah.
Hannah. Hannah was great too.
Yeah. But like honestly, I think the concept. I think a lot of it I was basing it off of the concept, but I think it was really cool to see the contrast of millennials. I cannot speak. Millennials versus Gen X, and it was just a very solid season. And I think some of the strategy was very good, especially with David. And what I like most about the season is like the stories that come out of it, the growth. Like there's so many growth stories. That's kind of what I like
True.
umbrella it, because you got Adam struggling with his mom who has cancer, and you find out later she died like right when he came back from Survivor, and that's kind of crazy. And then you got David who was like overcoming anxiety, and he was very nervous at the beginning, but then he turned out to be the strongest player at the end. And then like Hannah and Jay, like supporting his mom and his sister. I don't know why I remember this, but like that was just so heartwarming, and we love it, so I put it there.
Nice. Okay, Cal.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ken. I love Ken.
Oh my god, Ken. Ken. The whole drama with Ken and Hannah, that was so funny.
Oh my God,
That was
hilarious. Okay. Anyway, moving on to number 8. This might be controversial because you guys might want me to have put this higher, but my number 8 is Heroes v Villains.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know. Controversial opinion. So I really like the beginning of Heroes v Villains. Obviously, it's like a stacked cast. Okay, this is like, other than Winners at War, I mean, basically this is the best cast that ever existed. You have Rob, Tyson, Russell, Parvati, like, I don't know. I'm not going to list them all, but it's like all the Survivor greats are in this season.
You just listed 4 villains. Wow. Someone seems to have a favorite.
Okay, because the villains, the reason that I put it lower, I only put it as number 8, is because I thought that after the merge, it just got kind of boring because it was really clear that like the villains were just going to dominate, and then they just started picking off the heroes. And I like when I rewatched it recently, I didn't even finish this season. Like I only got to like final 6 because I just felt like I knew it was going to happen, and I don't know. It got less enjoyable. Also, I mean, I love Sandra, but in this particular season, like she didn't really deserve the win.
Yeah.
So, Sandra, I mean, I think Russell and Parvati did better. But I do still love the season because cast is iconic, and also it has some really funny moments, like when Tyson votes himself out. That's like, oh, like SMH, dude. And then Sandra's famous line, "You're either with me or against me," and then she's like, I'm against you, Russell.
Yeah. Super
funny. And then Jake giving Russell the idol, obviously, iconic moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. You're convincing me to put it lower than what it is currently on my list. But my number 8 is your number 9, Callie, which is Cook Islands. I'm not going to go into detail because you basically outlined it, defined a lot of sort of big characters: Parvati, Aussie, Yule, and Penner. Had a cool little thing. It introduced the mutiny, which I think is a cool concept. It also had the first split vote. That was the birth of the split vote by, I don't even remember his name, the wild man. Cowboy. As well as that weird thing where he like rubbed people's foreheads and then made a red dot on it. That was so funny. But yeah, same reasons as you, basically.
Quincy keeps copying me because my number 8 is Cook Islands.
Oh my.
Well.
Let's go.
Again, I'm not going to go into detail, but my favorite, I actually think this is my favorite player, or one of my favorite players, Yul Kwan. He wins this season, and I feel like I'm getting very political with my reasons, but like Asian representation, boy, I mean, like the way it was set up with the races was like not good, but the way he handled it and how he used this platform to like give representation, and he won. So pretty epic. And you know, I love Jonathan Penner, and like Callie said, it's like the birth of like some really good players like Penner, Yul Kwan, Parvati, Candace, I guess.
Okay, I
and
didn't
like
even
other
remember.
people. And so yeah, number 8.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, my number 7 is Millennials v Gen X.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, I find it funny that you guys both put it at 9 because, like, the way that you guys were talking about it seems like you like the players a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I think I should have put it higher now that I'm thinking about this more. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I liked some of the players. But for me, like, the season was mainly about, like, David, and I just love David, so I really enjoyed the season. I also really like Adam and Zeke and Jay and Michaela. Those were, like, the 5 who stood out to me.
I love Zeke.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember this season that well. I just got a good vibe from it, so.
Callie, I'm hurt that you don't remember Brett better.
I love Brett.
Right, I just don't like him that much.
Fine, whatever. Cool. My number 7 is, and you're gonna have to tell me which season this is because I don't remember it by this name. Caramoan. What season is this again?
28.
26. It's really 28, Katie.
26.
Oh my god. Oh my. We're a mess. Okay, 26. Great season. Fans Vs. Wow. I tried doing a V, but then combined it with verses. Fans V favorites. The second one. Lots of crazy strategy. I feel like this was one of the first times that in my opinion, this is really where strategy sort of got crazy and all over the place because everyone was trying so hard to stay in the game and win. It really felt like. Of course, Cochran got the win. I was a big fan of Cochran in his first season. Not sure why. I rewatched it again a little while ago, and I do not like him in his first season. But in his second season, I really like him in his second season. And also, it has the famous. I haven't seen 26 in a very long time, but it also has the famous the name that Philip can't pronounce that I can't remember. What's her name? Francesca. Yeah, Francesca gets voted out first twice. That first episode where the favorites are all battling, that's absolutely crazy. Brandon, like the whole rice incident. Anyway, I don't remember that much besides that. But those were crazy. So yeah.
What number are we?
7.
7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 for me. I feel like this is kind of biased because I haven't finished it. Currently watching it. Tocantins, season 18. I was deciding whether or not to put Tocantins 8 versus Cook Islands, because I feel like they're very similar and like they're in the same like Survivor era. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm like a couple episodes after the merge, but it's just like a really good. I know who wins, obviously JT, but it's like a really good season, and I don't know why I haven't watched it before. But like, you have some really good people. You have Coach, you have Tyson, who are both of them are hilarious, and you just get to see the birth of their characters, and like they obviously grow throughout other seasons. And you got JT and Fishback. I forgot how awesome Steven Fishback is. And like some of the other characters are really good too, but like those are the main like standouts. And I don't know, it's just like a good season. And I forgot they had Exile Island on it, but I'm enjoying it a lot. And the strategy is really funny. And they've had some really good blind sides. So it's a pretty solid season. I might put Cook Islands 7 instead of Tocantins, but I mean, good season. Love it so far. Yes.
Cool.
Wonderful. All right. Also, by the way, is somebody keeping track of what we're saying? Because I feel like
I'll do it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Kitty, you can do that. Okay. Yeah. Keep going, Cal.
Okay, number 6. This also might be controversial, but I said number 6 was Cagayan. I know a lot of people really love Cagayan, but I don't know. I rewatched it recently and just felt a little bit lackluster, I guess. Also, I'm not a huge Tony fan like a lot of people. I personally don't really like his strategic style. So, and this season was really just dominated by him, so I don't know. I mean, yeah. But I do like it still because, first of all, I thought like the brains versus brawn versus beauty concept was pretty cool. Like when I first heard about it, I was like, oh wow, I want to watch that. And I thought that they did a good job with it. And also, okay, I think that after the merge, this season gets more boring. Like I rewatched it and I didn't really get past like the final 7 or something, so I just kind of got sick of it. But the beginning is so funny. Like the when the brain tribe keeps failing. There's some really good lines in there, and like also this is the birth of some future players like Tasha, Steven. Wait, no, not Steven. What the frick? Spencer. Tasha, Spencer, Cass.
Tony.
Woo.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't like Woo that much though.
Roasted.
Yeah. I really liked the brains. They're really funny. Okay, that's it.
I just wanted to say, because I was like, when you said that, I was like, oh, that is pretty controversial. Where did I put it on my list? It didn't make my list. Which,
What?
yeah. I'll just quickly say, I mean, I sort of agree with you. I think post-merge, it's interesting, but it's sort of like the same thing throughout. Tony dominating, Spencer fighting from the bottom, along with like Tasha, Cass flipping all over the place, Woo being Woo, which is like not bad, but it's like very loyal to Tony. And also, I agree. In this season, I'm not a big fan of Tony's gameplay. I think he makes a lot of moves that are unnecessary. Like when he votes out LJ, seems super unnecessary to me.
Yeah, I thought that was unnecessary too.
I didn't see the reasoning behind it, besides him just being very paranoid. But yeah, nonetheless, I really do like the first half. But again, I think it's also a great season to start on for people that haven't seen Survivor. But yeah, I agree. I don't love the second half of it that much. So it didn't make my list.
Like, it's hard. Oh wow, the echo's terrible.
I'm sorry.
With Tony, I feel like everybody says like, oh, it's his strategy to be paranoid, and like maybe that was true in Winners at War, but in this season, I don't know. It felt like he kind of just was paranoid. Like he kind of reminded me of Russell in that whenever he heard that somebody was
Oh my god.
Or like
gunning for
Lex,
it,
like Lex from
freak
Africa.
out. What?
It also makes me think of Lex from Africa.
I don't remember Lex that
I have
well.
not watched that.
He like went on a witch hunt to figure out who had cast one vote for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean if that was in season 3, it's like
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
can understand.
But yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like Tony's like a wild card, and I would prefer people who are more constant, like Spencer.
Yeah.
I should chime in here because Kagion was also number 6.
Oh,
Wow, we know it ran Kagion very high.
get
Yeah,
roasted,
I-
Kageyan.
I feel like it's very overhyped. I mean, I think it's a very good season because it's like the start of some really good characters. Cass, Spencer, Tasha, I guess, Woo, Sarah. Mentioned Sarah. Honestly, I don't think Sarah did that great on this season, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a pretty solid season, and personally, I do like Tony. He's probably not one of my favorites, but I feel like he really dominated, even though, like, some of his things were very sketchy. But you got the classic, like, the iconic, like, why did I just, Spy Shack.
Spy
Like, that is
Shed.
so iconic, and it's so funny. And so, yeah, that's what I put it there, but it's not like one of my favorites, so that's what I say.
Also, your podcast is named after it, guys. Fools are us. Cops are us.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Actually, no, we kind of based. Okay, well, I know Cops Are Us started here, but like
Yeah, but you're based off of
Winners at
I-
War, Birch.
Wait, what about Winners at War?
That's where we based off our alliance and Survivor.
We
The
did?
Cops Are Us, Idiots Are Us,
Oh yeah. Yes.
and then Fools Are Us.
Wait, sorry, I'm confused. Your alliance name was Idiots Are Us, but your podcast's name is Fools Are Us.
Oh yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Katie and I, in a game of Survivor that we played a while back, we formed an alliance called Idiots Are Us, based off of that. But our podcast is called Fools Are Us because we didn't want to steal Idiots Are Us because Armand and James's podcast is called The Absolute Idiots. So, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Quincy, what was your 6?
my 6 was Micronesia. That's 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I assume that Katie has that as number 5, but we'll see. Yes, so Micronesia, that's the first Fans v Favorites. It's just also a very iconic season. First of all, it gives birth to one of the I think one of the best ideas, if not the best, maybe I think the only idea that's better is heroes versus villains. But yeah, one of the best ideas ever of fan versus favorites. You just had a lot of iconic characters back. Parvati plays a cutthroat game, as does Sari and even Amanda. Like getting that, I remember they like fought in this movie place for some very vital clue to an idol.
That is not in that season. That's in Heroes versus Villains.
Well, you know what? I got confused, so we're gonna ignore that. But anyway, it still had some very great gameplay, including Eric's vote Alf, which was hilarious. And yeah, I also just remember really loving the challenges, and especially the first half. And just it's the birth of the concept of fans versus favorites that makes it so high for me. Also, I'm taking back. I think I would have actually put Kagayan higher because it just has so many iconic characters. But oh well.
Yeah. Well, Kagayan's not even on your list.
I know it should have been on my list. I probably would have put it like 7 or 8. But oh well.
All right.
Number 5.
Well, funnily enough, my number 5 is Micronesia.
Nice.
And I mean, I love Ozzy, so this season,
right,
obviously.
Wait, was that the season with the 2 romances? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
It was. I also love Ozzy and Amanda. They're cute, and I really just liked the power retro of James, Parvati, Ozzy and Amanda, and also Suri, I guess. Yeah, and then there's like so many iconic moments, like the whole Ozzy creates the stick idol, and then Eliza like tells Jason, "Oh my God, it's a beeping stick!"
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
One of the best Survivor moments for sure. And then obviously Eric getting voted off and going down the best Survivor ever. Yeah. So that's the T.
My number 5, and you'll also have to remind me which one this is. I think this is the one with Jeremy. It's San Juan del Sur. That's Jeremy, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What? Oh my God, San Juan del Sur. Literally. What? Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. Katie's being mean. Yeah, San Juan del Sur, just such a good seat. Oh my, so many good characters. Like, jeez, that's some good characters. That has like Natalie, who's an awesome winner. Jeremy, awesome winner later on. Let's see. Who else? It has that. It's the Blood versus Water. The second one. And I think it was really just great to see. There was that thing at the beginning with John, which I didn't like, where like Natalie and a bunch of other people were just hating on John. That I definitely did not like. That was a negative part of it for me. But yeah, I just really liked a lot of the characters. They felt very iconic to me. And there were a lot of great votes, including, I think, one of my favorite moments of the season is when Keith ruins everything by saying, "Stick to the plan."
Yeah.
Which
is a good moment.
So funny. But yeah, great season.
Okay, my number 5, and I know Callie's gonna obliterate me. David versus Goliath, season 37. Believe this is Callie's favorite, and I'm sure it's gonna be number 1. But this was, I think this is my favorite. This is probably my favorite, first time player season. Just really, really good, and all the players are actually fantastic, and a lot of these players need to be on future All-Star seasons and second chance seasons, because this is pretty recent. So a lot of them haven't. I think all of them haven't returned except for the winner. What's his face? Nick. Nick, ew. But it's just a really good season, and there's so many funny characters. You got Nick, you got Mike White, you got Angelina. Oh my God, Angelina. And you have Davey, Christian, Gabby. I'm blanking other people, but it was just such an iconic season, and there are so many really good plays, and I just love the concept of David versus Goliath. And it was really awesome that a Goliath won. I mean, not a Goliath, a David won, which like completed the circle, which was really interesting. And there were just so many like really good moments. Like that moment, I don't know if you remember it because it's not like a huge moment, but it was like during a challenge with Christian and Alec, and like Alec was definitely going to be voted out if he didn't win immunity, and it was like an endurance challenge.
Oh
And
yeah.
Christian was just like talking to Jeff for like 2 hours about like science and stuff, and it was just really funny. And I just love it. There's so many quirky characters. It's such a great season. That's why it's number 5. Yeah.
Awesome.
Epic.
Number 4.
Number 4. My number 4 is Second Chance, season 31. This was like, okay, my top 4 seasons, I really just like don't have any complaints.
Same.
Well, barely any complaints, so it was pretty hard to rank them, but yeah, Second Chance, okay, this is probably the best cast. Well, okay, maybe that's not true. Winners at War and Heroes vs. Villains also have a really good cast, but, and Game Changers, but Second Chance, like...
Wait!
Oh,
Pause!
Katie's gonna go off on you about... Katie is going to roast you about Game Changers.
Okay, first of all, half of the cast weren't even freaking Game Changers.
Okay,
like,
we'll get to it. We'll get to it when we get to it. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Versus Villains weren't heroes or villains either. Whatever.
Well, Game
Okay.
Changers is not on my list because it sucks. Okay, but this is even worse.
We're not talking about Game Changers
Katie,
right
we
now.
haven't gone
okay?
there yet.
Discuss
Save
Game
your
Changers.
drama.
Wait, did you put Game Changers on your list?
Yeah, for Katie. Callie did.
I guess we'll see.
Callie definitely did.
Okay. Second Chance. Second Chance is a great season. Second Chance has lots of great players. Jeremy, for one, the winner. I don't know. I'm not going to list them, but they're, yeah, obviously, because, like, the fans voted, so, of course, we're going to have good players. Also, I felt like the final 3 was, like, super solid. Probably the best final 3
that was the final 2 season.
3 of them really deserved it. And then I was really surprised, that Jeremy got 100% of the votes. Because, like, I expected...
That was a final 2 season.
No, it was final 3.
Whoa, wait, who was
Tasha?
Tasha was in the...
Tasha, Spencer, and Jeremy.
Wow. I thought it was a final 2 between Spencer and... Wow. I didn't even remember that Tasha was there. Sorry. Whoops, my bad. Ignore me.
Yeah. Anyway, like, obviously I felt like Jeremy's game was, like, the strongest, but I felt like all 3 of them were really good, so, yeah. And also the whole voting block thing was interesting. I mean, now, going back and watching it, it's not as revolutionary as I thought, because a lot of the later seasons are like that too, but this was like, I don't know, it definitely helped evolve the game a little bit. And also, I just really liked the vibe of this season. I'm not really sure why. Like, I thought the location was cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Alright, my number 4, which I'm now thinking should be a little bit higher, is Winners at War. Yeah. So, Winners at War, the most recent season, season 40. All the winners back at it for another shot. I don't know. Something still just feels a little bit off about this season. I don't know what it is. It's so... I love all of the hype that it gets from the fire tokens, which is a whole cool thing. To just I guess all the winners going at it. I don't know exactly what makes it a little bit, I guess, off-putting to me. I mean, it's still a great season, but I think it has something to do with the way that Tony won. I don't really like it that much. It just felt so strange post-merge. I've never seen a post-merge like that. And don't get me wrong, I loved, like, there were so many crazy votes and everything, but, like, I didn't really like how it just felt like Sarah, Ben, and Tony were safe 100% of the time, basically. Until, of course, like, fire making at the end. But, like, they just never were in danger ever, and it sort of took away from me, I guess, the fact that Tony just, I mean, it was like the final tribal council was not super interesting just because it was clear that Tony was going to win, even though Natalie and whoever the other person was. Who was the other person? Was it no? Who was the other person? Michelle. Um, Michelle was also playing. I mean, they all played great games. I don't know. Something just felt off-putting about it. I also really didn't like how they. Well, I didn't really dislike, but I didn't love fire tokens, especially the advantages that were getting placed in the game. I didn't like at all. So I was disappointed by fire tokens. But I still think I would have put it higher. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I have trauma from Game Changers. Okay,
Wait.
I have such strong opinions about Game Changers. Okay, now my number 4 is Heroes versus Villains,
Okay.
which I think both of you already talked about, right?
It hasn't come up on my list yet, but
Okay.
yeah.
I originally, when I was first making this, I put it higher, but like, because I just recently watched it. I finished it like 2 or 3 days ago. Because I don't think I fully watched it before. But it's a really good season, and I would put it higher, but like some of the other returning seasons, I feel like were stronger, and I feel like Heroes versus Villains is kind of overhyped, I guess, because everyone calls it like the best season ever. And I think it's a really great theme, and I think they have a really good cast. Some of the people I would question about the Heroes and Villains tribe, but that isn't such a big deal as Game Changers, but I will talk about that maybe never or later. And I think it was really good. I do agree with Callie. I feel like the villains dominated so much of the season that it was like very unequal, I guess. And also, I was gonna say something else. Yeah, also like some of the people on the season like really disappointed me. Like I loved them in previous seasons, but they just sucked in the season. Like James, I mean, he had a injury again, but like he was so mean, like in the beginning, and it was just weird. And then like Kobe, like he was supposed to be like one of the best Survivor players,
Yeah.
and he just sucked during that season. He was so freaking bad.
Oh my god.
I know it was like 10 years after he played, but still. And like, what's his name? Shit, I can't remember his name. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, really good cast. Oh yeah, Tyson, because he like got himself voted out. I'm like, bruh. But he redeems himself later. But it's a very good season. I really think Sandra should have not won. I really think Parvati should have won, but I think it's because everyone was like, Parvati is under Russell's wing, but we're not going to vote for Russell because he sucks, which I would not vote for Russell, but Sandra did nothing. So that's why it's number 4, just because it's Sandra.
Nice. That makes sense. All right, 3.
Okay, my third one is Winners at War. I mean, there's a lot to talk about in this season. Obviously, stacked cast. Okay, this is the best cast. This is definitely the best cast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Agreed.
And there were a lot of moments that I really liked. Like, one of the moments that I loved was on the edge when they did that thing where they had to, like, go and get the wood from the top of the mountain and, like, make 20 trips or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And, like watching Ethan's story, even though he got voted out early, I still really enjoyed his storyline. And yeah, there were a lot of good storylines. The things that I felt overall, I felt like the season was basically just an epic culmination of like all of Survivor, which is why I really liked it. But there were a lot of things that were also problematic about it. Like, I didn't really love the whole advantages thing. I thought fire tokens were a cool idea, but there were just way too many advantages.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of messed up everything. Also, I didn't like all the pre-gaming that was going on. I mean, obviously it's like hard to prevent that with a season of all winners because they all already know basically who's going to be on the season. But it just kind of ruined the game. Like, I felt like that's why Tony was able to be so successful. And yeah, I don't know. And like Quincy, I felt like post-merge, it was just kind of dominated by that group. And even though each vote was totally crazy,
Yeah.
it still felt like they were just controlling everything.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the players who I really liked kept getting left in the dark, like Jeremy and Adam, and I don't remember exactly. But yeah. Also, I didn't love the whole thing where they brought back everybody's families
Oh,
for
that
the
was
family
weird.
visit. I was like, okay, this is a little over dramatic. That was not really necessary. I get that you're trying to make it epic, but I don't know. I just didn't like how much focus they put on that. But one thing I really did love about the season was the theme song. The theme song was great, okay? I still
You
have it stuck in
better
my
get
head.
ready.
Well, it was
What
really
theme
good.
song?
What I just
They
said.
have like a special theme song. It was like, you better get ready.
Oh, that
We're
one.
coming for you. That was a
Yeah.
terrible rendition.
No, I remember what you mean. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
My number 3 is Cambodia, aka Second Chance. Callie, was that your number 4?
Yeah.
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 I mean, similar reasons for what you said. Just great season overall. I really liked a lot of the strategy. They bring back a lot of people from a lot of different areas of Survivor, which I really like. You see some
Dude, I
great.
forgot to mention
Yeah.
Savage. Savage is epic.
Savage is epic. Steven is epic. I mean, there's also it's I think one of the best casts, maybe second best cast in my opinion. Of like returning player seasons, I think second best after Winners at War.
Oh, okay.
Great strategy overall. I don't know. I just it's just such a good season in my mind, except Abby Maria, but whatever.
Okay. Like, I think, like, Callie Bruno, my number 3 is Winners at War. I love Winners at War. Again, the cast was so freaking fantastic. And there were so many, like, twists and turns. Again, I really didn't like how there were so many advantages. But unlike Callie, I did like the whole family visit thing. Because, like, for most of these people, like, Survivor changed their lives and their family lives. And, like, for most of these people, again, this would be their last, like, season. A lot of them said, like, I'm done with Survivor. This, like, completes the circle. And I think it was important to have all their family members there. I get that it can come off as really cheesy, but that was, like, one of the most... Also, it was so long, and I think it could have been shorter. But, like, it was a really good moment in the season. And I think they just picked some really good winners. Obviously, they're 30 or, like, 38 winners. Yeah, 38. Am I doing the math right? Yes. And so they had, like, 18 other people to choose from. But I feel like these were the best people to choose from, obviously. I feel like they ranged really well. And it was just really good. And, like, one of my favorite parts, I'm very biased, but, like, when you... Okay, I don't think Callie or Quincy are going to appreciate this. But
Nope.
the part when Yule talks about Jonathan Penner, made me tear up.
Oh, I like that.
Because, like, it was so sweet and, like,
It was.
heartbreaking. Because, like being back on Survivor reminded, well, obviously he's friends with them. But, like, it just made me so sad. And, again, there were some disappointments. Like, Kim was horrible this season, I will say. Like, she dominated her season. And this season, she just sucked.
She did? Oh,
and also,
I don't remember.
Or I don't think she sucked. She just did not do very well.
Okay.
And again, I do think it was kind of weird for Tony to win. I mean, like, I was definitely not expecting that coming into the season. But, like, he pulled it off, and I think he deserved it against Natalie and Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm biased because I really don't like Natalie or Michelle, but that's a whole different story. And I don't like Ben either. I don't know. Actually, Ben is the one person I would have traded, like, either Tina or JT, or, like, if they could have gone,
roasted Ben.
what's his face? What's the Borneo guy's name? I cannot remember.
What, Richard?
Richard, yeah. Okay, like, Richard, like, made a whole video of why he wasn't on it, but, like, I feel like there could have been so many better people than Ben. Like, JT, obviously.
We don't need to get into it. It's not clear.
Yeah. But it was like a whole combination of things. But I
Mhm.
think like for the most part, the casting was great, twists were great, challenges were great, and it was just like honestly, I would not be mad if Survivor ended at this season. I know they're planning to film 41 and 42, but like if it had to be, I feel like this would be a great ending
I would be
for
mad
40 years of Survivor.
because that means that I or Callie or Swathi couldn't, or Dennis or anyone else that I know, or Colin couldn't get on it.
Well, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, wait, sort of before I move on to number two, like on that note, I feel like the problem with this season was that they just tried to shove too much into it so that it just feels like any season after it is going to be lackluster, no matter what they do. I don't know.
I don't think
They
so.
should
Just
have. I think they should have made longer episodes. I know, like that's CBS's thing, but like I definitely don't think an hour was enough for each episode.
I think it was the right length. I agree. I think they packed a little too much. But anyway.
Also, one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, before we move on, one more complaint that I have with the season was that all the good people got voted off early, which was very.
Well, I
Mr.
wouldn't say
Mariano.
good people, but old people. Like all the old
Yeah,
players
I
were
like
voted
that.
off.
It was
Yeah.
just kind of sad.
Was
Okay,
indeed.
anyway, back to the list. So, number two, haha, Katie's favorite season, Game Changers.
What the?
I love Game Changers. Okay, when I rewatched it recently, I just remember thinking, wow, this is the best season ever. I love it. First of all, cast is stacked. This is my fourth favorite cast after.
I am going off after this.
Actually, no, it's my third favorite. I like it more than Second Chance. Here's some of my favorites, okay? Sari, Andrea, Sarah, Ozzy, Zeke, Aubrey, Debbie, Ty, Tony, Sandra. There's probably more that I didn't list. But anyway, okay, I loved Sandra in this season, even though she wasn't there for a very long time. I felt like this is the season where we really got to see the true Sandra gameplay and like why she is so good and why she won her first two seasons. And like the Tony Sandra thing was kind of funny, even though that didn't last that long. Yeah, I also just thought that there were a lot of really iconic moments in this season. Like for example, when Suri gets voted out because he's immune. That was like pretty crazy. And like the whole thing with Sarah's steal vote was very exciting. I just feel like there were a lot of exciting moments, and the cast was just so great that those two things combined made it a really good season. And I don't know why Katie hates it so much, just because she doesn't consider the players to be game changers or whatever. But like,
well, let's
who
listen.
cares?
Okay.
Katie, why do you hate
Can
it?
I go off?
Yes, go
Can
off.
I go off?
Go
please?
off.
Okay.
For like
Okay.
a minute.
I will. Since we're doing honorable mentions after, I will say Game Changers is one of my honorable mentions.
Ooh, yeah.
But I think Game Changers is a very good season. I just think the cast is questionable and absolute trash at the same time. Okay.
Okay, wait. If the season had been called just like, I don't know, anything else, just like random
Yeah, if
returning.
it was just All Stars or whatever, I would have been fine with it.
What?
But I think a lot of them were not game changers. Like, obviously, Sari, I think, is a game changer. JT, Tony, Sandra, I guess. But, like, some of the people I, like, very question. For example, Haley, I didn't watch Haley and what's her name, Sierra. They were both on Worlds Apart. I watched parts of Worlds Apart, and they just didn't do anything I remembered. And I just like, I know, behind the scenes, what's her face? Natalie Anderson from San Juan Del Sur was supposed to be on Game Changers, but she had to leave like a couple days before because of medical reasons, and so they put Sierra from Worlds Apart in her place. So I know she wasn't supposed to be on the season, but like they just didn't do anything. Ozzy, I think, is definitely a game changer, but like Caleb Reynolds from Coron, He got medically evacuated. How does that make him a game changer? Other
Everyone
people get medically
yeah.
evacuated.
That was like a crazy moment, though. Everyone loves Caleb.
Wait, how did he get
Literally
medevaced? I don't remember.
It was during
like,
a challenge. He was like, he got heat stroke or something, and
Oh,
they had
dang.
to like fly him out of a helicopter. But he got voted out third on this season. He did nothing, and like Aubrey, I think she is better than some people, but I wouldn't consider her a game changer. But maybe my like perception of game changer is like iconic player.
Well, I mean,
And
to be
honestly,
fair, like most of the things that I've seen rank game changers quite low.
yeah.
Wait, let me look up why really quick.
Also,
Also-
Katie, I do see what you're saying. I think that not everyone on the season is like a game changer, but I feel like a lot of them are. And obviously, in any season, you're gonna have to have some people like Haley and Sierra who are just kind of like, why are they there? I don't know.
I mean,
Plus, Sierra actually did do a good job in this season.
I disagree with that. Okay, and honestly, I know Sarah won this season, and she like proved herself, and she did really good in this season. But I don't know why she was on this season to begin with, because she didn't do anything in Cagayan, from what I remember. But like, I also think a lot of people that were supposed to be, they asked like, okay, I'm on Wikipedia right now, and they asked a lot of people that I would consider game changers that just like didn't declined. We have like Kelly Wentworth.
She is not a game
Kelly
changer.
Wentworth?
Okay, I don't know why everyone loves Kelly Wentworth.
I love
After
Kelly.
rewatching her season,
Shut
she's
the
just, like,
front door, bitch.
Oh my god.
No, she's such a game changer. Okay, fine. We're not going to get into that. Ethan. Okay, well, these people are more game changers than the people that I think were iffy. Ethan from Africa.
Wait, Ethan wasn't on game. What are we talking about right now? Sorry.
These are the people that were asked but declined.
Oh.
Ethan.
But like,
Jonathan
obviously,
Turner!
people that they could. So like, why would you dock them
Yeah,
for
that doesn't make
asking these
sense.
people and then they decline? Like, that's not a
Whatever.
problem this season.
Yeah.
And what I hated most was the fact that Brad like manipulated poor Ty. I love Ty.
Oh yeah.
And that was so mean. I literally cried for Ty.
I actually,
And the whole
I rewatched it. I don't think Brad was actually that much in the wrong.
No, I don't think he was in the wrong. I think he was just really mean.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
And then the worst, this is why this is not on my list. And this is why it's honorable mentions, but the whole Zeke, Jeff
That
Garner
was-
thing, I
yes.
know, I could tell Jeff felt bad, but that was just not okay. And like, even if it was because he was gonna get voted out and he was emotional, that just did not need to happen. And I know he understood why it was wrong, but like that kind of just like put off the rest of the season for me. And that's why I did not put it on my list.
Makes sense. Yes, it's ranked 28. It just says the narrative is like unclear. Or I'm looking at Purple Rock podcast. They're ranked at 28th. Just a lot of What? I actually I didn't have it on my top 10 list, but I would have put it on my top 10 list probably. Again, it's hard because there's a lot of good seasons, so I'm not sure where I would have put it. But yeah.
All right. Anyway, Queon, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Heroes versus Villains. I think I'm going to put this a little bit lower now that you guys have said where you've put it. Not like because I think your reasons have influenced me. I agree. There were some people it was just like not great to see. However, I loved some things, including the 2 power couples. And
That's not Heroes v Villains, dude.
that I'm actually going to punch the wall. Bam, punched it. Okay, anyway, yep, so I got the wrong season again. Okay, but there were other things that I actually did like the idol giving, Tyson voting himself out, the whole dynamic of the Heroes tribe was hilarious. Yeah, I really liked a lot of the early game season, even post-merge, like the whole Danielle vote was crazy. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I really liked a lot of it. And I, of course, am not happy with the winner particularly. I do think Sandra's a great player, but I don't think she played a particularly great game in that season. But it's just so iconic. It's like the most iconic season, and for that reason, I think it needs to be ranked high. So, yeah, and great cast. Ish.
Okay. I agree with that. Yeah, that's good.
Number 2,
This is
Katie.
number two. Number
It
two,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2 is Micronesia. Fans versus favorites
Wow.
1, season 16. That is a flippin' fantastic season. I really love Parvati and like her whole freaking alliance. That was so freaking cool. And you got Suri, you got Amanda, James, Jonathan Penner, and obviously Parvati. But like I feel like this is just an overall fantastic season. It includes everything that I believe is Survivor. You have crazy blind sides, crazy moves like the Eric thing. You have fake idols like I even forget his name, like the stupid guy and the
Eric?
stick.
Oh, Jason.
Not Eric,
Jason.
yeah. And you have medical evacuations. You got James and you got sadly Jonathan Penner. Both of them were medically evacuated.
That brings it down for
and
me.
I don't think what?
That brings it down for me. I don't like seasons that have been evacs generally.
Yeah, but I like. This is why I put it up because I feel like this is a culmination of what Survivor is, and there were really great challenges, and
This is
I
true.
just think it was a very good season. And Parvati was freaking fantastic. But I do honestly, if it was Suri and Parvati, I honestly feel like Suri would have won. But that's a time for a different story. A different story for a different time.
Yeah. Also, I know I already talked about Micronesia, but I mean, I don't know. Everybody was like, "Oh, Parvati deserves to win, Parvati," but I thought Amanda did really well too. So
Me too.
Yeah, at the time, I wanted Amanda to win.
Honorable mentions?
Parvati just like gets all the fame because like she did well in Heroes v Villains, and then
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, honorable mentions time.
Let's hear
So
it.
I have 5 honorable mentions. I won't really talk about them that much, but okay. Versus Philippines. I don't know. I just thought like the Mott Singh tribe was pretty funny. It was like a good storyline, but then after the merge, I don't know, it kind of went downhill. Did like Malcolm though. Okay, then I have Edge of Extinction. This was overall a really solid season, but like honestly, a lot of the seasons, like 35, 36, 38, 39, they're all very similar. It's mostly new players and just like a little bit same old, same old. But I love Rick Devens, so yay. And also Chris at the end was crazy. Oh, and David. David's on this season, so that makes it good. Okay, then I have Token Cheens. Token Cheens is, solid. Birth of Tyson and Coach, so that's good. Blood versus Water won. Although in retrospect, I feel like I might have actually put that on the list because I really liked Sierra. Sierra had some crazy moves, voting out her mom and then like drawing rocks. And yeah, there were definitely a couple of standout players, but I just didn't really like the overall narrative of the season with Tyson dominating the whole thing. And it just wasn't super exciting. And then I have South Pacific, which I know a lot of people hate South Pacific, but I personally really like it. First of all, Ozzy's on it, which is great. Second of all, Cochran's on it, and I thought I don't know what you're talking about, Quion, because I thought Cochran was freaking hilarious in this season.
Nah.
He's so funny. Like every time he opens his mouth, I just cannot help but smile because he's so eloquent, but like everything he says is hilarious at the same time. However, I will admit that the rest of the cast was kind of meh. So Cochran can only make up for so much. I also thought it was really interesting how that season was like based around religion, which is definitely different than the other seasons.
The cult, as
just
everyone
thought kinda
calls it.
What?
The cult, as everyone calls it.
Yeah, but I sort of liked their cult.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. Anyway, once Cochran got voted out, it went downhill.
Yeah.
But he lasted for a while. So.
Poor Albert never stood a chance.
Yep, poor Albert.
Anyway.
I think Coach should have won.
Me too. Me 100% too.
But whatever. I mean, yeah, Sophie was kind of She was so negative all the time. I just didn't like her that much in this season. She redeemed herself a bit in Winners at War, though.
Yeah. Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. I have 3. Although I'm gonna add one. So first one is Borneo, just because it's the first season. And also very iconic winner in Richard, I think. You've still got some great characters. You've got Jervis. You've got BB. He's hilarious. I think he needs to be mentioned. You've got Rudy, Richard, Jenna, Kelly, Greg, and Celine. Is that her name? I don't remember.
Colleen.
Oh, Colleen, not Celine. Sorry. And the religious guy, Sean. And anyway, and Dirk. Anyway, very iconic cast, I think. Then my next honorable mention, which I did not put, but I'm now just going to add spontaneously. Well, also I'm going to just say I really liked Africa. Lex is one of my favorite characters ever. China. China is my another honorable mention. Really liked Todd the whole time, even though he sort of seems like a jerk looking back on it. I don't know. I really liked the idols and that James got 2, and the whole thing with, who was it? Frosty and what was her name? Courtney.
Oh my god, Courtney. Courtney's a great player.
Yeah, she is. And yeah, Amanda as well. Wait, am I confusing? No, Amanda was on that.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Next one I had was Redemption Island. I
Oh,
don't remember why this was an honorable mention. Wait, which one was this?
The one with Rob and Russell.
Oh yeah, honorable mention just because Rob dominated the whole thing, and I think that deserves to be called back, even though it was not a super entertaining season because of it. I think it deserves an honorable mention for that reason. And the last one was Edge of Extinction. Same as, well, not really the same reasons as Callie. I mean, I thought that the cast was great, and I really loved it up until the point. This was actually one of my least favorite seasons. I ranked it a 5 out of 10. My lowest ranking for any season was a 4.5 out of 10. Just because I hated the ending. I hated that whatever his name is won. Just
Chris?
yeah,
Chris,
it ruined the whole season for me. So, but I think it deserves to be called out for the fact that that is the only time that's happened, and yeah, and also just leading up to it, it was a great season. So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah. Wait, also more on Edge of Extinction. I feel like that did kind of ruin the whole season, but I wasn't upset that Chris won out of the 3 of them. It's just that we didn't even get to see Chris for most of the season, so it's just weird to have him as a winner. But I do think that the move that he made was really good.
Yes. Oh right, the whole sacrificing at the fire. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, Katie?
Oh, sorry. Okay, I have a lot of honorable mentions, but that's
no.
alright. Okay, we first have Game Changers are explained. Then we have Borneo, because it's the first one. I don't even think I've watched all of this, but I just feel like I was obligated to put it on. We have Philippines. I mainly put it on just because of Jonathan Penner, but I mean, I think it was a good season, and I liked how they had 3 returnees who I don't like any of them except for Penner.
What? Scoopin's iconic.
Not, I don't like Scoopin or whatever his face is.
Russell?
But yeah, I was talking about Scoopin. I don't care about Russell.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty solid season. I like Malcolm too. I just don't see why. I mean, I understand why Denise won. I just And then Pearl Islands, again, I haven't watched all of this one, but I mean, it has so many iconic moments and characters. Like the whole my dead grandmother thing with Johnny Fairplay.
Yeah.
And the fact that his last name is Fairplay. Most iconic moment in Survivor history, or one of them. And you got Sandra, you got Rupert, and other people. But that's a good season. I also put I put China. I think Quincy said this. I haven't watched all of this again, but there's some really solid people. James, Amanda, Courtney, this season. And then I feel like this might be controversial. I have 2 ones that might be controversial. I have Survivor Panama. I don't know if you guys have watched this one.
Yeah, I actually that one. That could go on my honorable
Wait,
mention.
sorry, which one is this?
Panama. It's the one with Aris and.
Oh no, I hated that. That was one of my least favorite seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even remember why. I just remember when I watched it, I didn't like it. Although I loved Terry, but I didn't really like anyone else in the cast.
No, I really liked Aris. No, I actually no. This is probably my top honorable mention.
Wow.
I really liked Aris, and you got Aris, Danielle, Suri, Terry, Shane.
I hated Shane.
Like, I loved Shane. He was so funny. Oh my god. And I really like that season. I wouldn't put it in my favorites, but honorable mentions, of course. And then my controversial one, I don't know if I should say this.
Say
well,
it.
I don't think you guys are gonna.
It's 39,
I just don't want
right?
to say it.
Is it 39?
Because it hurts.
Yeah, is it?
No, it's not
Oh.
39. 39 is my least favorite season. I hate that fucking
Okay,
season.
sorry. Well, tell us what it is then.
Sorry, that was really funny. What season is it?
What?
Shit, I forgot. I need to stop swearing. Oh yeah, Quran.
Why
Oh.
would we hate you for Korong? I almost
Yeah.
put Korong on the
No,
honorable.
I hate myself for that because it's
Why?
very low on my list. Because I think it was a really good introduction to I really like Ty. Obviously, I love Ty, and Aubrey and Sydney. I think Sydney definitely should be on a second chance. She was a very strong competitor.
Don't
and
remember who that
Debbie.
is.
What?
I don't remember who Sydney is, sorry.
Sydney was on the Braun tribe. I think she was 4th, yeah. The only reason... What? Hello?
No one said anything.
Oh, I just heard an echo, but I thought it was you.
Oh, no.
The only things I don't like about the season, I do not like Michelle. I don't think I know it's very controversial, her win, and I agree with that. I just don't think she should have won. I just don't like her. And also, what I really don't like is that, the final reward challenge, she got to, steal a juror's power, which I hated that twist. If they got voted out, they deserve to be on the jury. And especially Neil, the guy who got eliminated, he had, a medical evacuation. So I just, I thought that was such a horrible twist. But otherwise, solid season. And that's it.
Cool. Well, with that, number ones.
We haven't done number ones yet.
Yeah.
Forgot.
This is
Okay.
going to be a long podcast.
Wow, Katie called it. It was David versus Goliath.
Of course I called it.
Nice.
I think that this season, well, first of all, great cast. This is the best cast out of the non-returning people.
I agree.
There's so many great people. Okay, Christian. Obviously, Christian is basically my favorite player, I think. And I also really liked the guy squad. Who is it? Dan and John. I thought they were really funny.
King of Slam Town.
Yeah, they were just a really funny squad. And yeah, what else do I want to say about this season? The Davids, after the merge, some of the moves they made were really good. I really liked how they all banded together to save Christian. That made me very happy. And also, just Davey and Nick specifically made some really good moves. Really liked Davey towards the end. My one complaint with this season is that I think they kind of oversaturated it with advantages. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that after Ghost Island, which was worse, but the Idol Nullifier, this was the introduction of the Idol Nullifier, did not enjoy that twist. That was just so mean, watching Dan get voted out, and he took it so well, but that was depressing. So yeah, that's my one complaint with this season, but otherwise, just the cast makes up for everything. And the overall story arc of the season. And also, I really like the vibe. I really like the location of this one, too. I guess they're all in Fiji. So I don't know why I get good vibes
All the
from this
new
one.
ones are in Fiji, yeah.
Yep, that's it.
My number one is also David versus Goliath. Let's go. It's such a good season. It's either, I think it's probably my favorite from non-returning players. Also, just one of my favorite, like from even including the returning players. I think it just beats out Millennials versus Gen X as favorite for non-returning player season cast. Just
I was
it's
like, why is it first then?
what?
I was confused as to why you put it first, and you're like, I think it's like my favorite, and I was like, but it's number
Sorry,
one,
no.
so it
It's
is.
well, it's between no. I mean favorite for cast wise.
Yeah.
But just like overall, it's just literally hilarious. There's so many. First of all, the opening challenge is actually like so good. Oh my, wonderful opening.
Oh, that was a good opening, yeah.
It was so good. And then I'm just trying to think, like, there was so many good moments. I don't remember a whole lot about pre-merge, but post-merge, it's just the whole dynamic I find very funny. I just like laugh like every time I think of that scene with both Angelina like trying to find the idol climbing up super high, but then
Oh my
also
God.
like I don't even remember exactly what happens, losing the clue, and then Mike is just like being like, what is wrong with you, and carrying his wine around with him. I find it so funny. I don't, yeah,
What about
as
the one
Callie
in
said.
her jacket?
What?
What about Angelina asking for
Oh
Natalie's jacket?
yeah. That was also hilarious. Just
Iconic moment.
so many really funny moments. Iconic cast, and also tons of great strategy. Dan's vote out is one of my favorite vote outs, because it's a minority
Yeah.
split vote, which is I think the only minority split vote there's been. So yeah.
Okay. This one I like kept going back and forth between like my top four, but my top one is Second Chance Cambodia.
Nice.
I'm a sucker for the season. Um, it's just so freaking good, and I think it's also like like I watched this was probably one of my first seasons, which was pretty bad because it had overturnies. But then
Oh
I
my.
like recently watched it after watching like a bunch of seasons, like probably a year after, and it's just so freaking fantastic. First of all, because you got to choose, like, it was an online poll, so people got to choose who would play in the season, which I thought was really cool. Second of all, it was just second chance. Like, you barely get redemption in Survivor. And so I love this concept of, like, your second chance at winning. And like the like the range of the people in the seasons was great. You got early people like Callie Wigglesworth, Kimmy, what's his Terry. I love Terry, King of my heart. You got like that girl from Samoa. I don't remember her name, and other people. But you got like more recent people like Keith and Kelly and Spencer and Joe, and like it just made a really fantastic. Oh yeah, and Steven Fishback from Token Teens.
Oh yeah.
But it just made a really good season, and like I loved everyone on it, and
Wait,
I
also
have
Joe.
very few
Wait, you said
complaints.
Joe. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't say Joe,
Oh,
but
never
yeah,
mind.
I have very few complaints about the season. I think it was fantastic. I do not think they needed to put as many Kageon people as they did. They put like, I think they put four. Yeah, they put Spencer, Tasha, Cass, and Wu. I do not think they needed to put all three of Cass, Tasha, and Spencer since they were all on the same like tribe. I feel like I could have done without Tasha, like personally. Oh my god, I forgot about Andrew Savage. He was also on the season, and I love him. But like, there are too many Kageon people, and that's literally my only complaint. But like, oh, also, this is not really a complaint, but it made me so sad when Terry had to leave because of a family emergency. That was so
Oh
sad,
yeah.
and I really like Terry. But
Terry was really good in the season at the beginning.
yeah, oh my god, he's fantastic. And like the challenges were great, and I loved, like, this bothered me the first time I watched it, but I think I appreciated it the second time contrary to Callie, the first time I hated Kelly. The second time I've watched it, I love Kelly. I just like it was so she was put in such a hard position because she was basically the underdog the entire time. But like I can really appreciate that I cannot speak. Andrew Savage move where she like blindsided him and no one saw it coming. Like that's what makes her a game changer in my mind. Like that she was able to be under the radar. No one thought she had an idol. And then she did. And then she votes out one of like the biggest competitors in the game, Andrew Savage. And
Bam.
I honestly think if she was able to get she was fourth, right? Yeah. If she was able to get to the final three, I think it would have been very close between her and Jeremy. Just because, like, her underdog position.
I don't think
in
so.
the way.
Personally,
I
I
think
think
Jeremy would still win, but I think Kelly would be pretty close to winning. Or, like, she would get votes. That's what I'm saying.
I think, like, most in my mind, she would have gone as, like, 2, because I think the reason Jeremy did so well was largely based on his strategy, but I think most of it was based on his family scenario. I think
no one knew about his family scenario until...
Well, that's why he wasn't considered a huge threat.
Yeah.
But I think that's the reason that Spencer got no votes. Is because of his family.
Well, also, I just don't think people like Spencer, so that's why.
That's
I
fair.
think not like Spencer, always.
Because you don't know what they're really like out there.
I know.
Anyway, okay. We finally made it through the list. It's already been an hour and a half. So, let's see if we can come up with a culmination of our list. So, I think the only way that we can really do this is starting with number 1. I can't really imagine that we can start with number 10 here and work our way down.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Well, I feel like the options are either David versus Goliath. Well, okay, here's the ones that were like ranked really high by all of us, right? Okay, David versus Goliath, Winners at War, Second Chance.
Heroes v Villains.
I mean, yeah. Maybe Heroes v Villains.
I'm going to put Millennials versus Gen X up there as a contender. I put it 9, but now I'm thinking it should be like... Well, okay, I'm not going to put it as number 1, but I'm now like thinking of it as number like 3 or 4 in my eyes.
Okay, well, what do we think about having David v Goliath, Winners at War, and Second Chance being like the top 3? Also, Micronesia was ranked high by all of us.
I think Micronesia should be... I think Winners at War should be 4.
Well, okay, we're starting with number 1, though. So, what do we think of number 1? As I think it should be David versus Goliath or Cambodia, based on what our lists are.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Does anyone have one way or the other that they swing?
I mean, I put, like... Oh, I forgot what season. Oh, yeah, I put, David versus Goliath, like, 5th on my list. But, like, I'm fine if you guys want to put it at number 1. I don't really care.
Here, what if we do it by this? What if we look at our lists and then sum the totals and then figure it out that way?
Well, David versus Goliath, 1 + 1 + 5, that's 7. Second Chance, Katie said 1, I said 4. Quiam, what did you say?
I said 3. So therefore, David versus Goliath is higher.
Yeah, you can do Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both of us did first, so
yeah.
Why don't we do David versus Goliath, then
Second
Cambodia,
Chance, or Second Chance, yeah.
I think we should do Winners at War 3rd, but what do you guys think?
I think Winners at War should be 4th.
What do you think 3rd should be?
I think it should be, David versus Goliath, Second Chance, Micronesia. Then
No way. I'm not willing to put Micronesia 3rd. I'm not putting Micronesia above Heroes v Villains.
Higher than Micronesia.
What?
I just feel like Winners at War is too epic to be...
Yeah.
Fine, Winners at War is 3.
I think Heroes v Villains should be next, personally, but...
Fine. Heroes versus Villains 4, then Micronesia.
Are you good with that, Cal? I know that you're the one that hates Heroes.
Whatever.
Let's go. Okay, Heroes v Villains. Are you guys sure you want Micronesia 5th? Mm-hmm.
I love Micronesia. That was number 2 for me. Yeah, that was number 2.
And what do you?
Well, I have my personal favorites, which would probably be, well, I put San Juan del Sur, but that doesn't need to be. Yeah, that's fine. What? Okay, you can't veto things, but we can discuss that later. I put millennials.
Honorable mention.
What?
Neither of us even put that honorable mention.
Are you guys serious?
So I don't think we should put it.
What do you
on
mean?
That list.
What about Reed and Josh and Keith and Wentworth and?
Like Wentworth was horrible in that season.
Yeah, that's true, but whatever. Dale was funny.
I hate Dale.
You had Misty.
I hate everyone except for Josh.
Or Missy, whatever her name is.
I hate Missy.
Okay. And I just think that these other ones are better.
Fine.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, fair enough. Well then, we can put Cambodia 5th, I guess.
You mean Micronesia?
I mean Micronesia. Sorry.
I think you're having some issues.
I'm having some issues. It's okay. Okay, well, we've already got our first 5. I'm surprised at how fast we were able to agree on that. David vs. Goliath, Heroes v Villains. Wait, sorry. David vs. Goliath, Second Chance, Winners at War, Heroes v Villains, Micronesia. Okay, now it's where we're all going to have different opinions, I think.
Well, okay, some of the ones that we still have in common were like Cook Islands, Millennials versus Gen X. Kweon, you didn't have Cagayan, but I feel like we agree that Cagayan should still be on the list.
Yes, Cagayan should be on the list. I agree.
But, like, in my personal opinion, Game Changers should be going on the list. Kate, I don't know why you hate it so
Game
much.
Changers...
I feel like it's just because it's called Game Changers that you hate it.
No! It's not...
I mean, if we're making it a culmination of our list, I didn't put it on my list either, but also I would totally put it on my list and, like, replace it with San... Why did I put San Juan del Sur so high? What the heck? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, you're weird.
Well, it's not a bad...
I still really like it. I am going to push for Millennials v Gen X, even though I put it 9. I totally take that back and want to put it 6.
I would like to put Kagi on 6 and then Millennial 7. That's my thing.
Wait, Callie, where'd you put Kagi on your list?
I put Cagayan 6th and Millennials v Gen X 7th, so...
Yeah.
But I didn't even put it on my list.
I mean, why don't you like Cagayan?
I do like Cagayan. I just think there's more iconic characters from, like, so in my opinion, the iconic characters from Cagayan are Tony, Wu, Spencer, Cass. Tasha's sort of, Trish, sort of, and then, I mean, I guess Sarah, but it's only because she was in a later season. So, like, there's so few big characters because Tony just, like, steamrolls the whole thing. Whereas in Millennials versus Gen X, there's just so many, like, even Michaela, who was voted out pre-merge, she's a huge character. You have Jay, you have Adam, you have Zeke, you have David, you have Ken, you have, Hannah, you have, there's so many good characters. I don't know. I just think... based on that, and also the fact that the strategy is just so much more interesting than the strategy in Cagayan, which I personally do not find particularly interesting. I think that the pre-game and post-game of Millennials vs. Gen X beats the pre and post combined of Cagayan, even though the pre-game of Cagayan, pre-merge of Cagayan beats the pre-merge of Millennials vs. Gen X.
That was a convincing argument.
Yeah.
I don't remember Millennials v Gen X that much, but if Quincy feels strongly about it, we can put it first.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That was actually very convincing.
Let's go.
I did not find that convincing. But I just don't care.
Shut up. Okay. So we got David vs. Goliath, Cambodia. Winners at War, Heroes v Villains, Micronesia, Millennials vs. Gen X. And then we're doing Cagayan. So Cagayan is 7, so we only have 3 more spots.
I mean, I would still vote for Game Changers above Cagayan. I would vote for Game Changers above, like, all these things.
That's
but
what a true... Game Changers is a good season. Okay, personally, I guess for me, one of the things I don't love about Game Changers is I really do like Sarah, but also I don't know. Something felt weird to I've always felt sort of strange about Sarah. Like she's so likable, but also I have like some weird thing against her. I don't know what it is exactly. But yeah, it is so good. Also, I love Troy Zan, so.
What the? I don't think I'd ever hear that come out of anyone's mouth.
Okay, watch his audition tape. You'll understand.
His audition
I'm not.
is funny. I don't like him that much, though.
I like him. I
Okay,
don't love him that
can
much.
I make a compromise with you guys?
Yes.
What?
How about we put it at number 10?
Really?
Well,
okay,
we can.
we
We're
don't
at number
say
8.
that.
We're at number 8. So what are the ones that still need to make it on the list? Game Changers needs to make it on.
Islands.
Cook Islands needs to make it on. Do we want? What about Caramoan?
No,
None
I
of
don't like.
us but Caramel except for
Wait,
you.
wait. Caramoan is season 26, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys didn't
But
put.
see, the number of times you've asked what season.
Shut up. I just don't remember. Okay, I was pretty sure it was 26. Wait, really? I'm surprised. It's such a like the strategy is so good in that season.
I don't know. I mean,
I
you'd
don't like
think
that
based on
season.
the fact that it would be a good season because, like, the favorites, they seemed like a really good cast, but
They
I just
are.
don't like the vibe. I feel like it gets so depressing at the end, and even though I love Cochrane, by the end, he's just like so sad.
Okay,
Wait, he
here
is?
I have
Why?
a compromise, okay?
Wait, why is he sad?
I don't know. He just has a very sad vibe. I just was not happy. I felt like it went downhill.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough. I'm willing to take it off because I also don't like Dawn or Brenda that much in that season, especially the whole thing with the Brenda vote out. Is just like so sad. But
Okay,
also
you want to
Andrew
hear my
is fine.
compromise?
What's your compromise?
Oh, wait, was I interrupting something? Sorry.
Oh, no, you weren't.
Okay. What if we put number 8, Cook Islands,
Mhm.
number 9, Game Changers, number 10, Ghost Island?
Wait, we don't have that many left, though. Oh yeah, Ghost Island. Shoot.
Yes.
It sounds like we have 11 now.
I'm
Well,
okay
no.
with Caramoan not being on the list. Do you guys not want any other ones on the list?
No, I'm not talking about Caramoan.
Oh.
It sounds like because we still wanted to put on Cook Islands, Game Changers, and Ghost Island, but we only have 2 spots left.
We
No,
do?
we don't.
No, we have 3.
We have 3. We have 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
Wait, really?
I think so.
Oh. So then which one on my... Are we including all the ones on my list?
Wait, okay, I'll read them off again. We got David vs. Goliath, Cambodia.
Second chance. Oh, yeah. Second
Winner-
chance.
Yeah, you go for it, Katie. Go for it.
Oh, no. I interrupted you. No. Winners at War. 3. Heroes versus Villains. 4. Micronesia. 5. Millennials versus Gen X. 6. I'm also writing this down. Kagion. 7. Yeah, so we have 3 more spots.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
How do you...
Token Teens?
No way. I hated Token Sheen. Well, I don't actually hate it, but yeah, it's not particularly interesting in my mind. I mean, no, that's not
What
true. It is,
about-
but
Blood versus Water 1.
Yeah. Oh, I
Ooh.
liked that one too. Shoot!
this
Kick
is
off
hard.
Game Changers! Kick off
No,
Game
you're
Changers!
not kicking off Game Changers. I refuse to not have Game Changers be on the list
Fine,
at all.
kick off Ghost Island! Kick off Ghost Island!
I would be okay with replacing Ghost Island with Blood versus Water.
Blood
But it
versus
depends on-
Water. That I ranked. Okay, well, looking at my initial rankings, I ranked it an 8 out of 10, and I ranked David versus. Wait, why am I talking about that?
I can't believe you made rankings of every single one. That's so funny.
Well, it was like very quick. I was like, oh, this season, okay, the blank out of 10. It was like gut instinct, so it's not really my real rankings. I don't remember the season super well.
Then watch it.
Well, we're doing this now though. Yeah, I think I'm alright with that. Wait, but it was such a good season. But, oh.
Ghost Island can be number 10B.
Ghost Island can be an honorable mention. I'm okay with that.
Ghost Island can go to hell.
Yeah, you know what? Ghost Island was a horrible theme. Well, it wasn't a horrible theme, but I really didn't like the advantages. That was a big minus for me. So I'm willing to put first Ghost Island. I'm willing to put the first Blood versus Water as 10.
Okay, so I think the Game Changer should be 8.
I
Leon, what do you-
disagree.
I'd like to hear your argument, Callie, because you're going to need to convince me.
Okay, well, let me see what I wrote down about it. Okay, the first thing is the cast, because there's just like so many iconic people. Here's the list that I wrote down.
Yeah, remind
Sari,
me.
Andrea, Sarah, Ozzy, Zeke, Aubrey, Debbie, Ty, Tony, Sandra.
But are they game changers?
I'm
those
sorry, Katie. I
people-
don't really care about that, and all of those ones are so.
I also feel like there were a bunch of really good moments, like, okay, one that I forgot to mention before was like Sandra eating the sugar out of the
Oh yeah,
Make
that was big.
be upset or something like that. I don't exactly remember it.
It was
That's really-
JT and Michaela. It was so funny.
And also just the way, I really love Sandra in this season, like the way that she smooth talked her way out of things. And she got voted out early, but that was only because she was in an impossible situation, basically. Also, like the whole Sandra getting Tony voted off thing, that's pretty funny, admit it. And then there were also some great moments later on, like when Sari tries to use Sarah's steal vote, but then it's non-transferable, and then Michaela gets voted out. And then when Sari herself gets voted out because everyone's immune and like all the idols and stuff.
Yeah, you've 100% convinced me.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
Katie.
yeah, also Sarah voting out Sierra and then stealing her legacy advantage. That was pretty slick.
Oh yeah, wow, that was a good. Are we sure that we don't want to rank it higher than 8?
Well, I do, but I don't want to make Katie
Yeah,
put
no,
it like
no.
super high.
That's
if
okay.
She doesn't like it.
Wait. Okay, Katie. You can. I'll give you a shot to argue for Cook Islands too. But I think it's. I just don't understand. Okay, so like one thing that I'm so confused about is everyone hates Game Changers, but there's so many good things, and I get that there's like a lot of twists and the votes are like confusing, but there's just so many good votes. No.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I didn't know people ranked it so badly.
It's a pretty not liked season generally.
I really enjoyed it. I found it like similar to Second Chance.
How dare you do that to a second chance?
Okay, Katie,
Oh my
let's
god.
hear
Can
your
I
counter.
defend why
Yes.
Game Changers should not be 8? I'm fine with it being 9, but it cannot be over Cook Islands. Okay. Give me a second. Okay.
She's collecting her emotions.
Okay. First of all, post-merge was a frippin'... Oh, I just made a new word, frippin'. Frippin' mess. It was horrible. There's no, like... I feel like there has to be, like, distinct storylines. There were not. There weren't any compelling storylines, and it was just stupid. Sorry. Okay, I believe that the pre-merge was very good. And I think my biggest issue are the people that they, like, selected. But also, oh my god. I need to write an essay about this. I would get an A. Like, the casting was so, like, unbalanced.
No,
Like,
no.
you had, like, amazing people like Suri and Sandra.
Okay.
and GT
Enough about the
and Tony.
casting. I understand the casting is not great in some degrees, but
Whatever.
well, actually, you know what? I think you're right about the post-merge thing, because I agree. There isn't. Okay, the one thing that's sort of hard for me to make a decision about this is I haven't seen it in like a few years, so I don't remember the storyline super well after the merge. But I think that's a problem. I don't remember the storyline super well after the merge. So I think for that reason, I would put it 9. Also, just because I think the Sari vote, while crazy and super cool, was also not like a good moment. It's like one of those crazy moments, but like I didn't like it because she just got voted out for not doing anything wrong. And also something still feels off about the Sarah win for me. I don't know what. So I'm going with 9.
9. I will not belabor this point. We can put it 9.
Okay.
Yes.
So Cook Islands
Thanks,
8.
Queen.
Heart, it will always be second.
Okay. Game Changers 9. And then
In my heart, it will always be 39.
it's 39 40th.
Yeah.
Oh no. Although
That's funny.
actually I've heard I never finished the season, but I've heard that Tommy's win was like really good. Like I think I would play like him.
I do like Tommy. I like Tommy. Well, I shouldn't spoil anything because you haven't watched it.
Okay. Sure enough.
All right.
Fair
Anyway, it sounds like we have our list with Ghost Island being 11.
Yes. So wait, I just
What
want to
is
see
honor?
how many of these are returning players seasons, because I have a feeling
Oh,
it's like
what?
8. David vs.
Wait,
Goliath.
what's number 10? Oh, Blood versus
Blood
Water.
vs. Water 1.
I'm putting this in Gun Alum.
Guys,
I
why
feel
not
like
Blood
this is
vs.
too-
Water 2? What's wrong with Blood vs.
Shut
Water
up.
2?
Wait, no, we have 4 new player seasons. That's not bad.
Actually, they're David vs. Goliath, Cook Islands, Millennial vs. Gen X, and what?
On
And what?
Foggy
Foggy
on,
on.
Oh,
and then
okay.
at the end.
Okay. Fair
Ghost
enough.
Island can be an honorable mention.
Yeah.
It is not on our list. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we have our list. Now we need to figure out our honorable mentions, though.
How many do we
I don't
want?
think we need to do that.
Yes. No. We do.
What?
Let's just do it really fast, okay? This doesn't have to be
Yes.
a big deal.
Okay.
So Ghost Island.
Well, no.
These
Let's.
are not in.
Here,
So
I will read them out in order, and if we get 2 votes for an honorable mention, then it's an honorable mention. Okay. Because I have the order of the seasons here. So, Borneo, I vote honorable mention.
I vote honorable mention.
Whatever. I didn't put it, but I don't care.
Okay. Australian Outback.
Gran, we're not going to read through all of these.
No, I'll
We're
read
just-
through them really quick. Just say if you want to vote for it as an honorable mention. You don't need to say I'm not going to vote.
No.
Okay. Australian Outback. Africa.
No.
Marquesas.
Wait, we have.
No.
Dude.
What?
Just
No.
skip to 7.
Thailand. Just yell if you have an objection.
No!
Thailand, Amazon, Pearl Islands, All Stars, yes.
Wait, go back.
I'll say yes for All Stars.
Pearl Island, Katie?
I'm saying yes for Pearl Islands.
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think it deserves it.
You have not seen Pearl Islands?
Wait, sorry,
What
which
is wrong
one is
with
this?
you?
Sorry, which one is this?
Rupert, Sandra, Johnny Fairplay.
I don't think I saw it.
I'm never talking to you again.
I saw part of it, but I couldn't finish it. It was too boring.
Roasted.
Okay, whatever.
Wait,
we're-
no,
we're not-
I won't vote honorable mention because I haven't seen it. But it does have the grandma thing, and also Sandra and Rupert are on it. But whatever.
It's fun. We don't have to put
Okay,
it on.
All Stars.
Yeah, but we're-
Hashtag marriage.
This is why this is a bad idea, because 2 people are going to say yes for like a ton of these. Whatever, just keep going.
Okay. All Stars. I vote yes.
Okay, I'm okay with All Stars.
Okay. I'm gonna bold the ones. Okay. Vanuatu.
No.
Palau.
Any-
Guatemala.
Go-
Panama.
Wait, actually, I would be fine with Palau, but I don't know if you guys are.
Nope.
We haven't seen it, I don't think.
Yeah. Guatemala.
Yes for Panama.
What?
I would say yes for Panama.
Panama.
Yay!
Panama is my
Actually-
lowest rated season.
Actually, yeah. No, I changed my mind. We're going to be saying yes to too
Yeah,
many.
exactly.
Quincy doesn't like it, so I think no.
Cook Islands. It's on the list, I think, right? Yeah. Fiji, China, Micronesia.
China.
Nah, it's not. It's not like particularly interesting. I mean, it's good, but Micronesia, Gabon, Tocantins.
Tocantins, please.
I will say
I'm
yes
willing.
to Token.
I'm willing on Tocantins. Yeah.
Thank God.
Also has my favorite final 3 challenge with the balls.
Oh my God, I hate that one.
Really? It's so
No.
cool. I would want to compete in that. Samoa, Heroes versus
No.
Villains, Nicaragua, Redemption Island. Can we do
No.
Redemption Island? It's Boss and Rob's win.
No.
Callie, what do you say?
People that season.
What?
People hate that season. I don't remember it that well, but I don't think it's good enough to put on.
Yeah, I do
Fine.
not like that season.
But it's Boston
so...
Rob's win. Fine.
I don't care.
Okay, South
I
Pacific.
really think that we should put South Pacific, but I have the feeling you guys might disagree.
I have not seen it, so I would say no because I haven't seen it. But
I'm conflicted. It's good, but also I hate it. So, nah, I'm gonna say no, especially because Sophie won. I mean, Coach. I just think Coach should win.
spoiler.
One World, Philippines, Karamoan, Blood versus Water, Cagayan.
Wait, Philippines.
Which one is that?
I'll say yes to Philippines too. I had that on my original list.
Okay.
Me
so.
too.
Blood versus Water, Cagayan, San Juan del Sur.
No.
Dang it! Oh, you guys suck.
No, not gonna know.
Worlds Apart, Cambodia, Cal Rong.
Yeah, Worlds Apart, the best.
Shut up.
Ever.
Cal
It's actually
Rong.
not as bad as I thought, though.
Do you guys want to put Cal Rong? I don't, but you can.
I could go wrong.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, no.
L.
Okay, fine.
Let's see. Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers.
Yes. Just kidding.
Oh, really?
Absolutely
I would consider
not.
it, but
Well,
it's
that one
alright.
wasn't bad, but
I liked it. a
Well,
lot.
I have not watched it.
What do you
so-
mean? Oh my God, Katie! What is? You don't get to have a say
That
if
one
you
is
haven't
not
watched
on Hulu. I can't watch it. That one's not on Hulu,
Whatever.
and I don't have
Okay.
CBS All Access.
it. Okay.
Ben is less annoying in that one.
Yeah, I really like Ben in that one. Anyway, Ghost Island. Hell yeah.
Yes.
David vs. Goliath. Edge of Extinction.
I think yeah.
Let's go. Okay, I vote yes as well.
Oh, well, I guess it's both.
L. Island of the Idols. Oh, and Winners at War. Okay.
No, if you put Island of the Idols, I'm murdering you.
Okay, so what do we have, Delon?
So, final list. At number 1, we have David versus Goliath. Number 2, we have Cambodia, aka Second Chance. Number 3, we have Winners at War. Number 4, we have Heroes versus Villains. Number 5, we have Micronesia. Number 6, we have was it Cagayan? No, Millennials versus Gen X.
Oh, David. I keep calling that one David because it has David in it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Number 7, Cagayan. Number 8, Cook Islands, sorry. Number 9, Game Changers. I know that'll be controversial. Number 10,
It is controversial.
Blood versus Water. Now, for our honorable mentions, we have... Also, I'll put this in the
so
comments.
long. Oh my god.
We have
2 hours.
Borneo, All Stars, Tocantins.
Yes.
Yeah, go Tocantins. I like that season. Philippines, you. Ghost Island,
Ew.
Edge of Extinction, and I think that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We did it, guys. We actually agreed on something. Oh my god.
Wow, yeah, I'm surprised. Like, our only conflict was Game Changer.
Yeah. Also, Millennials and versus Gen X a little bit, but not as much, because I was the master arguer. Oh, yeah.
Okay, whatever, dude.
Wait, we didn't argue about that?
Well,
What's he-
you
that's
guys
awesome.
you guys sort of wanted Cagayan higher, but I was being annoying enough that you
Oh.
allowed Millennials to be higher.
I don't credit you for that. Go away.
What do you mean? You literally said my argument is super convincing. Don't make me do that thing again from last time.
I'm literally banning you.
Too late. I just did it. Okay. Well, that's
Why
our
did
list.
Carnic tag me in a...
Any final words, guys, before we sign off?
Way too long on this.
We
It
did.
was way too long.
2
but
hours.
It was really fun. I enjoyed this. I think we bonded.
We bonded.
Sure.
Okay. We thank you for listening to this episode. We haven't talked about Survivor in a while, so thank you for sticking with us through this epic debate of the battle of the seasons. And yeah, any last words, guys?
Nope. Goodbye.
Well, in that case, yes. Goodbye. Farewell. Leave down below in the comments if you personally disagree with anything on our list.
Game changers, game changers, game changers.
Okay, whatever. And we will see you next time with some guests. That'll be very exciting. But, like, besides Callie.
Well,
Callie doesn't count.
This is a guess.
Well, with some other guests then, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. But, yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. Let's sing the Survivor theme song. Oh, yo, yo, yo,
You better get ready. They're coming for you.
I don't like that theme song. I don't know why you like that.